Hi guys, Howie's mom here. Howie's fine. I just wanted to say a few things about the last video. A lot of you think that she's actively dying. She's not. She's just really old. And it kind of hit home recently watching her little eyes and the cracks in her eyes grow. You know, she's almost 8 years old. And I just feel like I had to say something because I wanted to get my message out about how important it is to me that we spread awareness that crabs are no longer boiled alive. I'm not going to tell anyone to not eat them or go vegan. That's not my place. All I want is to live in a world where we don't throw things into boiling water or into air fryers or, horrible things to creatures who don't deserve it and they have feelings. So, just wanted to say that, yeah, I expect her to molt maybe in the fall. It could be sooner. It could be any time really, but you know, I'm trying to prepare for it. And if TikTok goes away, 500,000 people, I don't want it to be like, a canceled Netflix show where you're always wondering what happened. And so it's important to me that everyone, has an opportunity to get closure. Whether or not they want to check in on us on Instagram or Facebook, or I'll try to put stuff out on YouTube every now and then and whatnot, something like this, kind of a longer talking piece. So yeah, just that's where we're at with Howie. She's old, she's still eating and pooping and doing all of her crabby things and running around the house and everything, but she's just, I can tell she's getting older, and 90% of crabs die during molt, and it freaks me out that another molt is coming up, especially with the difficulty she had in the last one. A lot of you guys were there with me, and it was so triumphant and wonderful when she did molt, and I'm so thankful for the time that I do have with her, and for the extra time to get out the message about crab sentience and hopefully advocate for their treatment. So yeah. So, as for me, not that anybody asked, but internet fame certainly doesn't suit me. I had no idea there were so many bullies out there on the internet. I don't want to bring anybody down, but man, it is not for the faint of heart. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I wake up every day to hundreds of good messages, but then there's always the ones that are so heart-wrenchingly awful. It makes me want to just give up and delete everything. But, you guys, my fans, are the reason that I keep going, and I really feel like I'm here for a reason. That the work I've done showing everybody how crabs can love and be loved, and, just putting some goodness on the internet instead of, all the negative stuff, all the drama and yelling and screaming and, things like that, but stuff that you can share with your kids and your family, and, things that aren't, things that are just family appropriate. And, I'm a mom too, and I always appreciate when people keep their content, clean enough. I'll throw in an adult joke here and there, but I'll make sure it goes over, over their heads. But yeah, as for me, this isn't, there's no money in content creation. I'm really doing it for you guys. Just trying to be a good force in the world, I suppose. There's always ways to monetize content creation, but what I'm saying is that the apps don't pay me. I make like $1.27 a day on TikTok, and Facebook and Instagram don't pay me. I guess I missed the cutoff for their Reels program, but I could sell you guys junk online. Like, I get messages from Temu every day to be one of their sellers. I'm like, I don't want to try on clothes and try to convince you guys to buy junk that you don't want. I don't know, it feels wrong and inauthentic and everything. But I mean, let's say like, a really major company wanted to use me. That would be kind of cool, but it would have to be something that I aligned with. But anyway, enough about me. Let me just quickly wrap things up with a Howie 101. Howie is a rainbow crab, also known as a patriot or soap dish crab, Cardosoma armatum, and her species is from the west coast of Africa, and she's a terrestrial crab, which means she can't breathe underwater. So she breathes only air, and she is almost 8 years old. I got her when she was 1, which is when they're transported and sold. My daughter chose her when she was in kindergarten instead of a replacement betta fish when she was crying. She wanted another pet. So she chose her and she named her. We didn't know that Howie was a her, but Howie was named after Howie Mandel from the cartoon Bobby's World. Like the dad, probably because I sound a little bit like Howie's mom, like, don't you know, Howie. But, so yeah, there's that. And then people ask all the time, has she pinched me? Yes, she did once on accident during a feeding many, many years ago. We call it the great pinch. And so when I feed her things that look like fingers, like carrots or, long pieces of meat, I'm like, maybe I should use, tongs just for safety. Because, man, her pinches hurt. But other than that, she's not really aggressive with me. If she does look like she's trying to pinch me, she's actually just taking her little pinchers and going, meh, meh, get away, mom. And there's that. So, some of the other questions are, what does she eat? Primarily fruits and vegetables. I feed her protein once a week because her digestive system runs slow. So if she has a protein meal, I have to give her time to digest that, where she won't eat very much for a couple days. And then she's back to fruits and veggies. So it's kind of this neat little cycle thing that she does. And then I supplement her calcium with Cuddle Bone, which is good for her, for her calcium. And then just, for other dark minerals, I make sure that she gets kale and spinach and dark leafy greens. And I keep her diet. And some more things. People ask, why does she have to wear a leash? Well, it's for her safety. When outside, I don't want her to run down a sewer or into the street. And then if I have to pick her up quickly, if there's danger, it's really nice to just grab and hold on to really quick to keep her safe. And then also, I don't want her running up to like a dog and pinching a dog or hurting anybody. That too. And then inside the house, she loves to crawl and climb up things, and she has no fear of gravity because I've never let her fall. She's never been injured at all in all the years I've taken care of her. So she has that little harness just for her safety. She loves to crawl up on my armpit and sit there, and it's nice to just be able to have that string and that extra, safety net there if she were to just let go. I wouldn't want her to hit the ground and bust her shell. And then also it helps that she can't get the cat if has a leash, and then, that type of thing. And sorry, I'm getting stuffed up. My allergies are just ferocious today. Can't breathe out of that nostril, so I sound a little funny. But anyway, more about Howie. She, what's her favorite food? She loves cheese. Cheese is a treat. It's not really a regular food, but I mean, if I had to put, a rating on her favorite, like food, regular healthy food, she loves celery. She gets on celery kicks and she'll eat like a whole bunch of it all at once. And then she really loves, mango is another one. All right, sorry, I blew my nose. It helped a little bit. But trying to think of other things that there's so many frequent questions. I try so hard to go through the comments every day and answer questions over and over and over because I get new followers every day, and it's not fair to them that, they kind of missed the boat in the beginning with, all the basic questions. And so I think it's important that I give even my new fans individual attention because, I want everyone to feel happy and welcome on my page. And so, you know, I will respond 100 times a day about, what type of crab is Howie? How old is she? And, all the basic questions. There's always the people, why do you have a crab? I was like, she was sold as a pet. And, I love crustaceans. I've had others in the past. And they always have just a soft space in my heart because I'm allergic to shellfish and they were never food to me. They were, always creatures of curiosity, their little eyes. And, just I was so fascinated with them. I think that I was put on this earth with a shellfish allergy for a reason so that I could give these little guys, an extra look. And, I don't have a strong voice, but I want to be a voice for them. But yeah, so when people ask, do you eat crab legs? No, I don't. And I got chastised once for a comment I made. Somebody was eating, crab legs, and they were like, Howie's mom, what do you think? And to be honest, it felt like watching somebody eat puppy legs. You're so used to their feet and limbs, like a cat's paw is just so integral in so many people's lives, just like a dog's tail or a nose, just the familiarity to it. And so when I see crab legs, it hits me in the heart the same way. And I get pretty upset where people are sending me videos all the time of crabs being ripped apart, torn apart, steamed and boiled, and they're like, ha ha ha, what do you think of this? I'm like, why would you show me this? And there's just a lot of people I block for that reason, for just, know your audience. Why would you send that to somebody who genuinely loves crabs and crustaceans? It just seems very, I can't even put it into words. I would never do that to somebody. I wouldn't say, oh, you love dogs, I'm going to send you a video of something really bad happening to a dog. I'm like, you don't do that to people that love things. And I hope that, this past year that I've really built my community of people who understand that love and the love that I have for Howie. And sometimes it's just really hard on me mentally to keep defending why I love her. And I wish people could feel how I feel, and I wish people would just stop for a second and realize that it's okay to love animals, even non-traditional ones. I get a lot of hate from people saying, why do you put hats on her? I never did in the beginning until, I got on social media because people were disgusted by her because, she looks like a giant spider, and there's so many people that are afraid of crabs. I never realized how many people had a fear of crabs. That was kind of mind-blowing because I'm like, why are you afraid of them? They just pinch. Like, they're not like, they don't have fangs or anything. But, just putting a little hat on her got people to stop and look and go, huh, this is kind of a neat little creature. She's got a little personality. When she wears a hat, people watch. And that's what it takes to, get people to learn about crabs. So, the hats don't hurt her. They don't bother her. She's quite used to them. I use gentle, medical tape just to make a little tiny loop and just kind of gently stick it to her head, and it peels right off, and that doesn't bug her one bit. And, it makes her look really cute. Everybody loves an animal with a hat. You put a hat on a dog and it makes the dog 1,000 times cuter. It's science. Hats make animals cuter. So I don't want to have to keep defending why I do the things that I do. You know, everything I do is out of a place of love and compassion for animals. Um, People always have very strong opinions about everything, even when you don't want their opinions or ask for their opinions. And, you know, people have opinions about me, you know, giving Bun Bun, our wild bunny, you know, snacks, you know, just, I'm just trying to help her get through her short life with, you know, just a little leg up on life, a little help, you know, but I'm not going to abandon my animals ever. So, I mean, I even have family members come and feed them when I'm on vacation. So, and this is my forever house. And even if I ever sold my house, I would have it written into the contract that, yes, you have to feed my animals if you want to live here. But no, I do live in a community where I have a lot of elderly people who also feed all the wildlife. So I'm not alone in this. And so, you know, they're all running around out there, you know, eating bird seed and stuff. And, you know, it's just, it's nice to have a community of animal lovers around me, you know. So when we're all out at 7:30 a.m. in our pajamas putting out bird seed and changing water bowls for the animals, we're just like, hey, yeah, you too, huh? Yep, this is why we're neighbors. This is good. Well, anyway, I probably ranted to you long enough. Just wanted to get all that out, I guess. So, you know, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a fan, and good night.